Professor Babatunde Oseteni was one of us. He always consulted us on the work of UNFPA, but on the work involving African issues as well. Mr. President, as we gather this morning to pay tribute to a colleague, a brother and a friend who has been at the forefront of the fight for the rights of so many, especially the vulnerable, on behalf of members of the African group, I wish to extend the group's deepest and heartfelt condolences to the family and friends, United Nations colleagues, especially the staff of UNFPA, on passing away of Professor Babatunde. As the most senior African Under-Secretary General and Executive Director, Africa has lost a trusted friend in the UN system. He has, without doubt, left a huge gap at the United Nations, and those so many people whose lives he touched. Mr. President, Professor Babatunde Oseteni was both an advocate and an intellectual of no mean repute. He was admired globally for his leadership of the UN Population Fund and for his forceful advocacy for the world's women and girls in particular. He vigorously championed transformative goals of preventable maternal death and met demand for family planning and the elimination of harmful practices against women and girls. His strong leadership helped keep the health and rights of the world's women and girls high on the global agenda. This is what will be missed most. Mr. President, Professor Babatunde was an elder statesman recognized by the entire African continent for his efforts in reaching out to consult all stakeholders, low and mighty, on the most sensitive issues in line of his duty. He worked tirelessly to advance common African positions at the United Nations and has, as a result, had positioned UNFPA as a trusted partner for Africa. Mr. President, the African group extends deep condolences to the government and people of Nigeria on the loss of Professor Babatunde. Finally, Mr. President, it would only be fitting if the international community carries on his legacy and ensures that women, girls, and youth achieve their potential and contribute to society at large. The African group urges UNFPA to honor Professor Babatunde by continuing his grand vision for women, girls, and young people, and especially standing up for human rights and dignity for everyone. I thank you, Mr. President.